captured me before. Chains won't keep me anymore. Survival.
So I'm back with class number dos. So if you did not see the first class, I recommend you guys going back and watching the first class. Anyway, first, before I start teaching you guys anything, if you don't want to watch the briefing of my channel, that's okay. You can just go ahead and skip a little bit. Just double tap that screen at the front and it'll send you 10 seconds forwards. Depends on how you have it set in your settings, or double tap backwards and it will send you 10 seconds backwards. Features of YouTube. So, anyway, in case you want to know the briefing about my channel, I'm going to be doing some trick shots on here too. I'm going to be adding some, along with like my hyper combos and forms and classes that I'm going to be having on here for you guys. I'm also going to be adding some cool trick shots on here. So like I might do some, you never know what you might see. Because I have plenty of free time, I can go ahead and get some fun other stuff up here so you guys can just not get bored of watching me. So, if you guys ever need to pause the video during the classes, remember that you can just pause it and I will be right here. Also, if you have to stop halfway through and then come back to it later, it's okay. I'm still here. So, remember, taekwondo is not to fight people, just for self-defense. Without further ado, let's get into class number 2. Attention, stance, and chibi. Okay, these are two things that if you didn't watch the first class, you're not going to know what they are. So, attention stance, this is why I recommend that you go back and watch the first class, because I explain all of the stances that we have in taekwondo, except one of them. I did skip one of them, but it's okay, we didn't use it in that video. We will be using it today. Anyway, chimbi is just having your feet shoulder width apart, just like mine are right now, and then taking 2 fists. So you're going to roll your fingers once, twice. Now you never want to put your thumb on the inside, because if you punch something hard, it's going to break that thumb. So make sure that you keep it on the outside. Now don't have it sticking out like that either. Just right in front of there, just like that. And then put your hands right where your belt is, or where your belt is going to be, and then chimbi, just like that. Now, that is our chimbi position. So now go back to attention stance. Attention stance is both feet all the way together and hands by your side. Chimbi. Okay, perfect. Now, if you didn't watch the last video, you're going to have a bit of a hard time keeping up. It's okay. So hop into a left leg front stance, hands up and yell, "Aya!" So, a left leg front stance. I'm going to go over the stances before I even have you guys warm up. A left leg front stance is where you basically have all 10 of your toes pointed the direction that you're facing. Your hips are pointed the direction that you're facing. Your front knee is bent and your back knee, or your back leg is straight. Just like that. And it's a left leg one because my left leg's in front. Now, if you're watching me, you're going to have to flip everything around. Anyway, baro. Now, baro means to go back to chimbi. So, attention stance. Chimbi. And left leg front stance, hands up and yell, "Aya!" Now, left leg front stance. Now, switch your feet. Now it's a right leg front stance. So your right leg should be in front. This knee should be bent. This leg should be straight. And baro. Go back to baro. And choke relax, which means to put your hands down by your side, put your feet together, and bow. Those are all of the most of the Korean commands that we use in our taekwondo classes. Now, without further ado, let's get warmed up. 10 jumping jacks, 10 knee bends, 10 push-ups, and 10 jump knees to your chest. All right, you ready? Let's do it. 10 jumping jacks. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause the video. Do your 10 jumping jacks and then come back. Okay, that was 10 jumping jacks. Now we're going to go straight and do 10 knee bends. Right now, go. Make sure your back stays straight. pretty sure that was 10. I got distracted because I was talking. So, now, after you've done your 10 knee bends, now you're going to do 10 push-ups. So, most of you guys should know what a push-up is. So just go ahead and down and do me 10. Go. Okay. Now, from there, we're going to go ahead and do 10 jump knees to your chest. Now, if you don't know what that is, you're taking your knees. Don't actually hit your chest with your knees. We don't want you to get hurt. Also, make sure that you find a good area where if you fall, you might not get hurt. Sorry, I'm out of breath. 10 jump knees to your chest. Go. All right. Even for a 4th degree black belt, doing some cardio will definitely warm you up. Okay, now from here, you're going to go down and do some stretches that I taught you yesterday. So if you're having a hard time following along, don't worry, I'm going to explain it. So you're going to take your left leg, which for you guys will be the one on this side if you're facing me. And take it and put it straight out. You can take that left leg, put it straight out. Other leg, gonna go straight behind you just like this. Now, make sure that when you do it, you flip your leg over like that. Not like this, like that. There you go. Now go down to your straight leg. Good, and relax. Now go down to your bent knee. Good, and relax. Now lay straight back. Good, and sit up. Now you're going to switch your legs. So once again, this one goes straight out. This one doesn't, it's not like this. Remember, it folds back. Just like that. And go down to your straight leg. Good, and relax. Now go down to your bent knee. Good, and lay straight back. Good, and sit up. Now, from here, you're just going to take your legs, put them straight out in front of you, just like this. Now, from here, this is one that I didn't show you yesterday, but it's another one that we like doing, just to get your legs and back all warmed up. Now, adults, if you're having a hard time with any of these stretches, don't push yourself so far. If you can't lay all the way straight back, it's okay. Now, go ahead and touch your toes. Good, and relax. Now, if that was way too easy for you, I know some of you guys might be pretty flexible. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to try to, if you were having an easy time with that one, you're going to try this now. You're going to go around and grab the back of your foot like that. Not your toes, but go for the back of your foot. And go down. Good, and relax. Sometimes if you find you're stretching limits, remember not to go over your limits because you might pull something. So always be very careful. Now hop up. Now what we're going to do, go to Chimbi. Now you're going to take your left leg, step out in front, go into a left leg front stance, hands up and yell, "Aya!" Now from here, what you're going to do, I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. You're just going to take your back leg, swing it up as high as you can in the air and put it back down behind every time I count. We're going to do 5 of these by yourself, and then we're going to go in, or we're going to do 5 of these by my count, then you're going to do 5 by yourself. One more time from a side angle. You just take that back leg, swing it up, and put it back down behind. Slow motion, swing it up, and back down behind. It's hard to keep your legs straight while you're in slow motion, but anyway, you're going to take it and go up and then back down. If you need a focus goal, you can hold out that front hand and try to touch that front hand, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, do 5 on your own count. When you're done, just stand there, and if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. Whenever you're done, just stay in your left leg front stance, and I'll get to you. Very good. After you've done your 5, hop and change feet. Now, your other leg gets to go. One more time. You just take that leg stretch, put it back down behind, okay? Try not to bend your knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now do 5 on your own count. When you're done, just stand there. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. Good. And borrow. Choke, relax. Very good. Now, from here, what I'm going to have you guys do, you've warmed up your legs. You haven't warmed up your hands yet, but that's okay. Adults, if you need to do some shoulder stretches or some good stretches before you go ahead and start, it's okay. You can just pause the video and do that. Now, this next drill that I'm going to be showing you guys is a bit more advanced. So if you didn't watch the first class, you might want to go ahead back and watch that class if you'd like to. It's okay, you don't have to. I will explain it, but you might not understand some of this, okay? So let's go. Hop into a left leg front stance, hands up and yell, "Aya!" Okay. Now, what we're going to be doing, you're going to take your back leg, do a front kick, put it down in front, jab, reverse punch. I'm going to scoot back because you guys can't really see me. I'm going to start over as well. You ready? Back leg, front kick, set it down in front, jab, reverse punch, changing it up from what we did last time. Last time, we did a leading leg front kick, punch, punch, front kick. This time, we did a back leg front kick, punch, punch. Now from there, what you're going to do, so we've done the front kick, punch, punch. Now you're going to take your back leg. Now, if you cannot follow, it's okay. But try as best as you can. Now, remember to always listen to what I'm telling you to do. Okay, now, when you take your back leg and come around, instead of doing a front kick, you're going to hop up with this back leg, then you're going to kick with the front leg. This one is a bit more of a hyper or extreme drill, but I think you guys can do it at home. If not, just do a back leg front kick and then switch your feet, okay? But if you can, here we go. You're just going to take your back leg. It's the booster. You bring your back leg up, then you jump and switch and kick with the other one. This is one of my favorite kicks just to see how high you can get. So one more time, the whole drill. Back leg, front kick, jab, reverse punch, back, up with the back, kick with the front. Now, the leading leg is just doing a front kick. Now, you guys are going to go ahead and do that. I promise that you guys are going to do it 3 times, okay? Back leg, front kick, punch, punch, up with the back, kick with the front, and kick. Actually, do that 4 times. Pause the video, do that 4 times, and then come back. Okay? Let's do it. Back leg. Front kick, punch, punch, up the back, kick with the front. Back leg. I know that your feet are not staying the same. It's okay. Now, you're going to take your back leg, front kick, punch, punch, up with the back, kick with the front. That's why you guys are switching feet every time. So I forgot to put that kick in front. It's okay. Now, back leg, front kick, punch, punch, up with the back, kick with the front. Very good. One more time. Back leg, front kick, punch, punch, up with the back, kick with the front. Ooh, I just kicked. It's okay. Up with the back, kick with the front. Even a professional can make mistakes. It's okay. Now, from here, go back to borrow and trot relax. Now, go to attention stance while you're listening to me. Attention stance is feet together and hands by your side. Now, if I can see any air between your toes, I tell the kids at Master Roy's school, in case you guys, this is your first class from mine, I go to Greg Roy's Martial Arts, and I teach kids there, and it's very fun, and the kids love it, but I tell the kids that if I can see any air between their toes, I'm going to go chop off that foot. So do not have any air between your toes, or else I'm going to come chop off your foot. Just kidding. And feet together, hands by your side. Just kidding. Now, what we're going to be doing next, we're going to be doing that same drill that we did last time. Front kick, punch, punch, front kick. These mobile drills are good for you because eventually when you start to do hyper combos, you have to go forwards and backwards. And if you never learned how to take a kick and set it down in front and then go into a whole bunch of other stuff, you are going to completely forget. Or you're not going to know how to do that. So we're just going to go hop into a left leg front, or actually, chimbi. Now, hop into a left leg front stance, hands up and yell, Aya! Now, every time I count, back leg, no, not back leg, leading leg, front kick, punch, punch, back leg, front kick, just like that. Now, you're going to do that 4 times, and I'm going to count, okay? So you don't need to pause the video. If you do, go ahead and pause the video, but here we go. I'm going to count. You ready? Leading leg, front kick, punch, punch, front kick. 1. I know that your feet are switching. I did that on purpose. 2. 3. And 4. Very good. Borrow. Choke, relax. All right, now, last class, all we really did was we did a couple of drills, and we did that drill, and we did some leg stretches and front kicks, and I showed you guys the stances, but that's really all we did. We did some punches, too. Now, if you guys have anything in your house that you can use, I'm going to be using my Wave Master, which I have right here. But if you guys don't have anything at home, that's totally okay. You can just punch the air. All of my drills you will not need anything for, and I will have an alternative for it. That's part of the hyper, because for hyper, if you can't do something, you go back and do what we just did or something easier, the alternative. And if you don't have a Wave Master or a bag to punch or kick or a target, it's okay. You can just do this on the air for right now. Now, Sentry, they have a bunch of wonderful stuff, not sponsored. They have a bunch of wonderful stuff that you can get some of their hand targets and stuff. If you're wanting any of that, you can get some from Sentry. I don't really know where you get it, but you can get some of that stuff. I just picked this up at Academy. I'm sure that you guys can find plenty of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to be using this bag for the punches. So let me get set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so my Sentry bag that I have is adjustable, and I can change the height that I want it to be. I'm just going to have it about my head level for this drill. Let me fix that. I have it about my head level for this drill. If you have a target, you can try to prop it up on something. If you have a sibling at home and they want to hold it for you, then you can let them do that. Now, what you're going to do, this is a stance that I haven't let you guys learn how to do yet, or I haven't taught you guys how to do yet. So, this is a really easy stance. You know how Chimbi, our feet shoulder width apart? Well, this is sitting stance. If you've ever ridden a horse before, it's much like riding a horse. You're just going to take just about a little bit over your shoulder width and bend both of your knees, just like that. That is a sitting stance, and that's a stance that we're going to be using for this drill. So, You're just going to face your target, your bag, or the air. Doesn't really matter. You're just going to face it, hop into your good sitting stance, put one hand on, preferably your left hand on the target, the other hand, palm up on your hip. Now, the reason why we have our hand palm up on our hip, just like this, on our hip, is because when you come out, if it's already palmed down on your hip, and you come out, it's not as fast as if you get that twist in there. Now, if I'm trying to punch this, yeah, well, you better twist that hand over. Boom. Boom. Everything in Taekwondo twists at the last second. That's why when we set for some of our blocks, we have to set palm out or palm in. And then some blocks set palm up from our hip, like a high block, so it can twist, just like that. It sets palm up on our hip so it can go in, twist. So everything in Taekwondo twists, blocks, everything, because it gives you more power. So anyway, you want to set hand palm up on your hip, other hand straight out. Every time I count, or not every time I count, I'm going to give you guys 1 minute, and you are just going to continuously punch this bag until I say stop. That's going to be about a minute. So, you ready? Let me go ahead and get my timer pulled out. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Remember to bend those knees. Just like that. Now, you guys keep going. Don't stop. Now, while you're doing this, I'm just going to be giving you guys a couple of comments. Now, you don't want your hand to be going out and then just pushing. You want the other hand to be on your hip. So you're switching your hands. Very good. Almost there, guys. 20 seconds left. You got this. You got this. Keep punching. Don't give up. 15 seconds left. You got this. Ten seconds left. Come on, guys. Don't give up now. And stop. Now, you're going to want to go back to wherever you were. And you're going to want to face, if you have someone holding the target for you, face them and kin in. If you don't, you're going to want to move your heavy bag back out of the way, because now we're going to be getting into forms time. I'm going to show you the white belt form again. Now, I haven't gotten any comments that it was a bad angle, so I'm just going to be showing you guys from the same angle again. And I will be having an official forms, white belt form video posted on the channel, just not right now. I don't have one. So I'm going to move my heavy bag out of the way, and I'm going to see you guys back for form time. Because we had a pretty good cardio workout already, we are going to be going into a little bit of, not Taekwondo per se, but we're going to be setting you guys up to be doing some stuff eventually that I would love you guys to be able to do eventually. So you're just going to go to Chimbi, or attention stance, I'm sorry. We always start in attention stance, and Chimbi. Now, from here what you're going to do, I'm going to scoot away from my heavy bag. It's a bit close to me. I'm going to go ahead and start from Chimbi. Now you're going to hop into a left leg back stance. Once again, if you didn't watch the last video, a back stance, instead of having both feet facing the same way, this back foot is turned. Just like that. And you want to bend both of your knees. So hop into a left leg back stance, hands up and yell, "Aya!" Now, what you're going to be doing is a crescent kick. Now, like I said, crescent kicks are not that advanced of a drill. They're very advanced, but they're not as advanced of a drill as I can show you guys. But they're setting you up for things later. So you're just going to take your back leg and you're going to swing it in and back out. Just like that. In and out and then back down behind, okay? Now remember, in a back stance, both of your knees are bent, your hands are up to guard, and remember, a back stance, it's like an L with your feet, just like I have mine, except you just step out a little bit and bend both of your knees. That is a proper back stance. So just make sure that you are in your good back stance. Just like that. You're going to swing your back foot. Here's a side angle. Swing that back foot in and out. Just like that. Now I'm going to show you from this way in case you're facing me, you can see. So this is your left leg if you're facing me. You put that one in front. You take your back leg, go in and out. One more time, you take that back leg, go in and out. Just like that. Every time I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now, you can do that on your own. Do 5 on your own and then come back. Woo. Very good. That was 5. Or that was 10 in total. Now you're going to hop, change feet, and yell, "Aya!" Now, the reason why we yell, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys. The reason why we yell is because it scares the bad guy away. Like I said at the beginning of the video, taekwondo is for self-defense. So I don't want to be attacking somebody first. I always want to block. I will be teaching you guys some blocks here in a minute. But for right now, just remember that you never throw the first punch. So the yelling is to hopefully scare the bad guy away after you punch him or kick him or even block. If you block him off balance or you get out of that scenario and you yell, "Aya!" and then you run away, it's much better that way, okay? So now put your right leg in front. Every time I count, back leg inside, outside, crescent kick. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that was a bad one. Sorry, guys. 5. Now, do 5 on your own count. Come back when you're done. Good. That was 10 crescent kicks on both sides. I will be back to you guys when I have the blocking set up. Alright guys, so this is blocking. So welcome to Blocking 101. Blocking is to block something away from hitting you. So you're going to block it out of the way. Now, this class in total is going to be about like 30 minutes. Not as long as the last one, but the beginner one I had to explain some stuff to you guys. So it's okay, just stick with me. But this is the last thing that we're going to be doing before we bow out, okay? Now, this is exactly just blocking. So you're going throughout your day, you're just walking, and a stranger comes up, and they try to throw a punch at you. Now, from here, if you have the choice, you want to run away. You want to get away from that bad scenario. But if you have no choice, and the bad guy's there, and you can't do anything about it, and they throw a punch at you, you have to block. Because you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to get punched in the nose, the solplex, the eyes. Ooh, you really don't want a black eye. So, you want to block. Now, simple block, you're just walking. So your hands actually won't be up for this drill. You're just walking down the street. Ooh, somebody throws a punch. You are going to just step into your left leg front stance. Left leg this time. We'll do 3 on each side. You can step into your left leg front stance. But instead of stepping forward into it, you're going to kind of step backwards. Because if you step forward into that punch, it just gets closer to you. So you want to step backwards and block. So you're just going to use a simple outer form block. So an outer form block comes across your face. It comes from on top. I'm sorry, losing my mind. It comes from on top and then it comes all the way across your face and twists. Just like I said, everything in Taekwondo twists. So it's coming at your face and boom, outside block. Just like that. Every time I count, you're going to step back and outside block. 1, boom. 2, boom. Now, here's another style, a block that you can do, or you don't have to set for every block. You can just, boom, throw it out there. Now, it won't have as much power, and in forms, we'd much rather that you set for your blocks. That'll get you a higher score in any form. But you want to make sure that in the street you don't really have time to set. So you just want to block, because this is a on the street drill. You're just going to throw that hand out and block. So last one, 3, block. Very good. Now, you're going to hop, change feet, and yell, Ida. Now, this is the leg that's going to be in front this time. This is the hand that's going to be blocking this time. This hand. It's magic. It becomes the other hand when I turn around. So, here we go. You step back, and outside block. Why do I keep coming from under? Boom. There we go. 1, boom. 2, boom. 3, boom. Very good. Borrow. Choke, relax. Now, there's another block that you can do, and this one is the low block. You're just walking, bad guy starts to throw a kick, and boom, you low block. This one is in your form, a low block. So you're just going to be pushing that kick or arm, depends on who's trying to punch you, be kicking or be pushing that attack out of the way. Every time I count, you're going to step back and low block. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Notice how after every time I finish, I go back to borrow. That's just in case this was a partner drill that you were doing back and forth, which you could eventually do if you have your parents or your brothers or sisters that want to do this with you. You can actually make it a drill where one of them will throw a kick lightly, don't kick each other hard, and they block with that low block and block that kick out of the way. It's very easy to do. Now the other side, you're going to step back and low block, just like that. 1, 2, 3. Very good, and borrow. Choke, relax. Now, time for the mat chat. So, this class was a little bit shorter, almost 40 minutes long, most likely 30 once I edit it down. But it was a very short class, but it was a very good class. I taught you guys some good fun stuff. We kicked and punched some stuff, or the air, depending on if you have something that you were kicking and punching. Well, punching. And that is another great class plan done for you guys. So, remember, once again, if you want to know every time that I post a new video, you can just subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications, and then you can know anytime that I post a new video, whether it be a class video, a hyper video, or some weapons or trick shots. And thank you guys so much. If you do subscribe, I thank you so much. Also, like the video if you like it. And I will see you guys next time. Remember, in the meantime, if you want to do another class, I have the first video, but if you really wanted to, you don't have to do the first video. You could do this class over again if you wanted to. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.